Hi everyone. Thank you for joining me on this video. I got a really great vision that I wanted to share with you. And so this happened February 28th, 2023, which was a Sunday. So it happened right at church. And after our church service is over, the pastor calls up if anybody wants to come up for prayer or encouragement. It can be prayer for physically or any, you're praying for a job or something. So the enemy's trying to give me tendonitis in my wrist. So I went up there to get prayer on my wrist. And so if you've seen my other videos, you know that Holy Spirit comes over me and, usually it's a great peace. Sometimes, he can tickle in your hair or tickle your body, or it's like your body starts to shake a little bit. But when I'm there, Holy Spirit comes over me even more than when I'm at home making my videos. So when I'm up there getting prayer by the pastor and the prayer team, many times I go down under the Holy Spirit and I'm on the floor. So it's like a great peace comes over you and you're just so basking in this wonderful peace of the Lord comes over you that you just want to go to sleep. You want to lay down. So they gently put you down because you're just like, oh, everything just relaxes. So laying down, and then I start to get this vision. So I see this hand just coming out like this to me. And I reached up my hand as the person was reaching down, and the person pulled me up, and it was Jesus. So what I saw was Jesus. It was like I knew that I was at the wedding, that I had been raptured up, and I was at the wedding. So I'm not like a little girl running around, any of this. It was just beautiful. It was like so comfortable and peaceful, and it was like great, but not in a sense that, you're in shock, like, oh, I made it to heaven. It wasn't like that. It was like you knew it was meant to be. You knew, so hard to describe things, but so I started to dance with Jesus. I knew that I was at the wedding, and I truly felt like I was marrying Jesus, that he was my husband, and that this was our wedding dance. And we were waltzing around and dancing together, and it was flowing and perfect and beautiful, just a beautiful waltz type of, slow dancing and just, flowing, such a flowing kind of dance. And it was just so comfortable, so perfect. And, there was no insecurities or, I don't know, any fleshly kind of things that we would maybe think of. Everything was so angelic. I don't even know why I use that word, but just wonderful. Like it's hard to describe. And so I could see Jesus, but he was, if somebody said what was the color of his eyes and this type of thing, no, it wasn't like he saw those kind of details. He was so white and bright, and you could see his outline and this kind of thing. But it was more of a knowing as well as, seeing some part of his vision there. But if you were to ask me, what are the details of this and this, I that isn't what I saw in this vision. I've seen other visions where I've seen more details of Jesus, but this one, it was more of a white and bright, being there with me. And so I remember I put my head on his shoulder and we were dancing around, and it was definitely like we were married and we were at the wedding, and it was just a wonderful, just such a great moment. And I'll be honest, I was married before, and when I got married, it didn't even feel anything nearly as good as that. When you remember you're dancing around with your spouse, when you get married, it was way, way better than that. Just so perfectly comfortable, perfect, like peace that went with it. Right. It was such a great celebration and confirmation and joy, this kind of feeling. Then I was shown, because, I was up here and I could see down here onto the earth, and I could see the mass amount of people that were getting raptured up. And it was not just, I couldn't see just individual people. It was a mass of people. And it all turned into a huge white, bright light. There was like sparkling and mist around this massive form of people rather than, like I said, individual people. It was a mass now. And I was shown this mass just coming straight up like this to meet us where, because I was already up there. So this mass was coming up to meet us up there. So I was able to, God showed me that, which was wonderful. I knew that other people were getting raptured up. It was absolutely wonderful. And it felt, I can't describe it. It was so peaceful and so wonderful. It wasn't like you were running around like, going, oh, I can't believe we made it and all this. It wasn't immature or, a shock like that. It was like such a familiar, that's the word I want to use. It felt like such a familiar home that you felt wonderful there. You felt peaceful there. You felt perfect there and comfortable. It was a really exceptionally comfortable, wonderful, peaceful place. I just wanted to share that with you real quick. And the reason why I say real quick is because